Much like I did the other day with the Galaxy Z Flip 6, I got some hands-on time, about 30 minutes with the Galaxy Z Fold 6, and I'm sorry, I like it. You know, I know under the hood it's not a huge improvement. I know year over year you really wouldn't upgrade from a 5 to a 6. That'd be nonsense. The regular whatever, and then you get $100 extra on top of it. So those are all things that I know are in the back of my mind. But design-wise, the changes that Samsung made feel a lot bigger than they actually are because of the squared-off design. Now, full disclosure, I'm somebody who likes squared-off designs on devices. I don't like the kind of circled edges. I don't like the fact that there's a curve here on the front screen. I think it feels like I'm losing display, even though the dimension-wise they could tell me I'm not. I just don't like the kind of asymmetry of this, where you have the kind of the squared off design here and then you have the rounded. It just feels like I'm losing display area. I like the design that they have. Boxy design, absolutely. It looks like basically if you took your S24 Ultra and made the titanium edges even flatter, believe it or not, it will dig into your palm. Okay, so if you're somebody that doesn't like squared off designs because you're afraid you're going to be holding it like this for long periods, it is a sharper device. It is a more angled device. But if you're somebody who is tired of this particular design, Samsung did take more of a swing than I thought they would, even though it's not earth-shattering in terms of specs or features or S Pen or anything like that. Link in the description. It does help the channel if you're going to upgrade. For the next 24 hours only, you get an additional $100. So you're basically clawing back the extra. You're getting the $100 back. But if you follow the link in the description, you get that. But for 24 hours only. So save as much money as you can. And it's a huge deal when we're talking about these Samsung devices. If you are somebody who's going to buy them, you ask, like, why does the pre-order period matter? It matters because these devices are so expensive. Yes, Samsung runs sales throughout the year, but to take advantage of the free memory upgrade during the pre-order is a big deal. To take advantage of the extra $100 is a big deal. To take advantage of the enhanced trade-in offers is a big deal. Because if you could chip away and kind of claw back as much money as possible from Samsung, you should absolutely do that. So if you've got obviously you wouldn't upgrade from a Fold 5, okay? I do that because I make, reviews on these things and articles and stuff like that, so it's part of my job for me. Fold 5, you're going to keep it. Fold 4 is more of a conversation now than I thought it normally would be. You're getting a decent chunk of money back for it. I really, really like the design changes that they've made. Under the hood, you get the enhanced power of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. You get to reset the software clock. You get Galaxy AI. So there are reasons now why I think you'd at least have a conversation or a thought in your head if you're sitting there with a Galaxy Z Fold 4, if you're somebody that doesn't typically keep phones for X amount of time, if you're somebody who's on like a 2-year upgrade cycle anyway, or perhaps a 3-year upgrade cycle, perhaps you jump it a little bit early. You're getting the new design, you're getting the software enhancements and all the rest of it, and you can take advantage of that money and kind of negate the enhanced cost that Samsung is giving these devices this year. Like I said, is it earth-shattering? No. Did it feel like a completely new device? No. But I did like it more than I thought. It made more of an impact holding it. And you could see when people are using it in pictures. Squaring off this design does a lot. I just happen to like that. That's my personal preference. We look at content. These apps are designed to be squared. Internet sites and stuff like that are designed to be squared off. It just bugs me when there's rounded corners and it takes things to the top and it feels like I'm being robbed of real estate, even if I'm not, display real estate, even if I know that's really not the case. They're the same size regardless. Now, you do get the extra bit on the side here. You do get a little bit extra. The aspect ratio has changed slightly, ever so slightly, but it gets you an extra millimeter or two. And as we saw from the going to the Fold 4 from the Fold 3, that can make a significant difference. The Fold 3 and the Fold 2, I had problems with my thumbs on the outer display. It would feel a little cramped to me. I didn't like typing on them. I'm not a swipe typer. I'm not anything like that. So if you have a Fold 2 and a Fold 3 right now, battery life's probably an issue. Those Snapdragons from that generation, those generations were not the most efficient. The 865 was okay, but the 888 was not. 888 gets warm. I think there's a lot of reasons why, especially with the Fold 3, I think there's a lot of reasons why you'd grab that $900 for your Fold 3 and pick up a Fold 6. I think you're going to see a lot of upgrades there. You're going to see a lot more battery efficiency from the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 over the Snapdragon 888. You're going to see the software enhancements and all the rest of it. You're going to enjoy the design. You're going to enjoy the kind of extra display or extra real estate that you get on the outer display. So there's plenty of reasons why you would upgrade to a Fold 6, but it just really depends on the generation that you're coming from. But look, I know everybody criticizes, and myself included, Samsung for being slow with design changes, not taking big swings, not putting the S Pen in the device, which a lot of people were asking for. They finally kind of addressed, I guess, the camera issue somewhat. They've put better cameras in these foldables this year. That was always a big concern for a lot of people, saying, hey, we're spending $1,800 or you're spending $1,100 on a flip and whatever else, and you're not getting kind of the cameras that you normally would from an S24 Ultra, spending the same or less. I get that. So they've tried to address some of that at least this year. Under the hood, there's no reason why you'd update from, a Fold 4 or a Fold 5. Outer kind of design changes kind of brings the Fold 4 upgrade into question. I think a Fold 2 or Fold 3 is definitely time. If you're curious about something, if you got an S23 Ultra, if you have an S22 Ultra you're worried about, you kind of got snuck into Galaxy AI on the S22 Ultra. It's not going to be supported forever. If they had to shoehorn it in this time, most likely you're not going to be getting the updates to the next update or the big whatever, especially when it gets closer to end of life as far as software support's concerned. Another couple years there, but still, there's no guarantees for Galaxy AI. So that's the case that look, I want more screen real estate. I like it. Maybe you're an S22 Ultra user who doesn't use the S Pen a whole heck of a lot, or you'd be comfortable with one of those S Pen cases on the side, so you kind of just use it on the larger display on the inside. I got to say, the big foldables are really great for if you're running a business, if you've got work stuff, if you do a lot of work stuff on your phone. It's incredible to be able to pull up, like for me, for Android Police. I got my Airtable that I pull up on here. I pull up Slack on here. I could pull up Discord on here. I could research stories on here. I could actually get a good feel of how my articles are going to look on here. YouTube stuff, vendor stuff. There's so many different things that get handled on the larger display, and not everybody wants to carry a tablet around, but you can have kind of this tablet in your pocket and still get the outer display experience. That's why it's so, I like when Samsung throws us a bone at least and ups the, last year we didn't really get it from the Fold 5. This year we're getting a little bit more space on the outer display to type with and scroll and do stuff, so we don't necessarily have to open up the device the entire time. If you're just jumping into a foldable, I think the Fold 6 is a great place to start. If you have a Fold 5, hang on to it. If you have a 4, if you're happy with the form factor, hold on to it, because under the hood wise, it's not really a big change for you. Fold 3 and earlier, if you're coming from an older Samsung, that's really where you want to take advantage of the outside trade-in offers. Link in the description. Save yourself that extra $100. Lots of things going on, but you do really want to, unlike other phones, you really want to take advantage of the pre-order periods that Samsung give you, because otherwise the prices get stingy, they get expensive, and the phones start to make a lot less sense in a hurry if you miss the pre-order. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-licious day.